Alright, something a little different for today's video, but if you don't know, I am quite the video game collector. I don't know what it is, I just like to have physical copies of games, and that's still true to this day. I'm still more of a physical purchaser as opposed to just focusing on digital, which I know isn't really the norm, but hey, that's how I like to game. But since I moved, I did have to get rid of a lot of my gaming collection with stuff like my 360 collection, Wii, PS2, all those types of things I had to leave back in Victoria. And I was looking through eBay one day and I was like, I like the look of that, I like the look of that. Like, there was a lot of games I was like, either video wise, I want to play it for a video, or I want to have that game, or oh, I remember this game being so good, or basically these are all potential videos I'd like to make in the future. But obviously there's way too many, but I figured, you know what, let's go through them. I'll have a tally somewhere on screen, probably around over there for the price for some of these. I do like to get a deal. I'm not someone who just sees a game as like, cool, buy it like that. Like, there's some of these games I've wanted for a while, but I was waiting for a good price and I finally got it. So let's just get stuck into this. There's probably a good 30 games I want to say, and yeah, they're from like the PS3 and PS4 mainly, I believe. I don't think there's any PS5 games. Alright, first things first, and I'll explain kind of my thought process, I guess, for why I wanted to grab these games. But yeah, first game on the list was Kingdom Hearts 3. Now this was actually a pretty dodged copy. I didn't realize there was so many of these deep scratch marks in here, but I think this was around $10. Again, price will be over there, but this is from memory. I bought most of these games like a month ago. I've just been waiting for them all to arrive. Still some have not arrived, but I just ordered them, so I was like, you know what, we'll do this video regardless. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and I think I've got the collection already on PS4. This is the only one I don't have, and even though it's on PS Plus, I was like, it was for a good price. Why not? Feels so good to start opening these. I've been staring at them for, as I said, like a month. Next up, Call of Duty World at War. This was one of the few I didn't have on PS3. I don't think I actually bought any others on the PlayStation 3. But this is going to be a theme. A lot of Call of Duties here. Yeah, obviously for a Platinum video, I would love to start getting some of these knocked out. And World at War is one of my favorites. Probably going to be a really tough Platinum when we do eventually go for it. But glad to have that one finally in the collection. The reason I didn't actually pick that one up a lot sooner was because it doesn't have a steelbook. And the rest of my Call of Duties on PS3 are all got the steelbook, which is why I never really had the urgency to get World at War. But finally got it. Oh yes, this is the game I actually thought I was lost in the post, but was just sitting under my desk. Again, there was a lot of packages over here. Tearaway Unfolded by, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, from the creators of Little Big Planet. That's what I thought. I actually already own this digitally. I didn't know that, but again, another cheap game, and this is one I've always really wanted to check out, so that was kind of my mindset on that one. I think I saw that in a bundle with some other games. Yeah, I don't think I was just searching for Tearaway. Alright, ooh, this one. This video idea I'm very excited for. So, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I bought, so just that we do also have Transformed coming up, but I'll explain it now here. I bought Team Racing. I would like to go through all of these and platinum them. I love this game back on the 360, and apparently the platinum's not too bad. And I'm a sucker for a good kart racer, so really was I'll be honest, I got rock hard as soon as I saw this on eBay for a good price, and I was like, you know what, why not? So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a video, something video wise on these games in the near future. Yeah, sort of. I think I got these together. Yeah, Little Big Planet 3 is one of the few games, I think outside of Sackboy, this is the only Little Big Planet game you can platinum, which is a real shame because I really enjoyed Little Big Planet 1 and 2 on the PS3, and I've never actually played Little Big Planet 3, so maybe in the future, but again, this was just one of those cheaper games, but a game I've always wanted to check out, so I figured I'd pick that up. This is seriously like, this is like Christmas. Oh, here we've got a bit of an underrated one. This is a game I really loved on the 360, and I had no real idea what I was getting into going in, but Shadows of the Damned, apparently not a bad platinum. And as you'll see, there's a lot of PS3 games here. I wanted to get more PS3 platinums especially after South Park: The Stick of Truth. I had a lot of fun playing on my PS3 again. But yeah, Shadows of the Damned, if you haven't played it, it's a wacky, it's wacky as by Suda51 and Grasshopper. So like No More Heroes and Lollipop Chainsaw. Games like that, if you know, you know, but they're a bit crazy. But yeah, one of those games I always really enjoyed. So I saw it and I was like, I don't have that. For what I might have had it on the 360, my 360 collection, as with some of these PS3 games, but it took a while for us to get it on PS3. I think, yeah, this is one we got today. This is actually one of the most recent purchases, and this is potentially for a video, one of the first videos I would say maybe of next year, if we do it. I come up with a bunch of video ideas all the time that don't come to fruition, but this is not the only collection I've finally picked up. But the Prince of Persia trilogy, so Sands of Time, Warrior Within, and The Two Thrones. I loved Prince of Persia back on the PS2, and with the new Prince of Persia coming out on in January, I was really excited when I saw this for a decent price. I'll be honest, this is one of those collections I don't actually know what it usually goes for, as with some you'll see later. I just knew I wanted this, and if it's for a video, yeah, I was like, let's pick up the trilogy at the very least. I actually have Prince of Persia, the animated ish one, and the one that's based on the movie also are on the way. So I'm gonna try and get all those done, but you know, if nothing else, we've got the trilogy, so I would like to at least platinum these before the new Prince of Persia, because I love that series. Here we go. This one I didn't play as much as the original, but yeah, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I remember this being really good as well. I had a lot of fun with Team Racing as well. Pretty much what I said with the original. I love a good kart racer, and the Platinum didn't seem terrible. Yeah, again, that's probably not a too soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm getting that kart racing itch at some point. Now, this was for an idea that I don't think I'll be able to do as much as I wanted originally, and I'll be honest, I don't even know if I really want to do the PS3 games for this series, because the online stuff is just so hard. But we got Battlefield 3. This one was just my, outside of Bad Company 2, like this was my Battlefield on the 360. I was just like, you know what, if nothing else, it was really cheap. It's stuff like this, it's just nice to pull out of the shelf every now and again, have a look, and just relive, get that nostalgic vibe. Now we're going through all the singles. I do have bigger packages that will be like multiples of games, but get the single letter ones out. Speaking of Battlefield, Bad Company. Now this was the one I was definitely dreading the most if we did platinum it. It's still possible. Unfortunately, Bad Company 2 servers are going offline soon, and I just don't have time to snag those online trophies, unfortunately. But this is still online, apparently. There's potential for this, but I wasn't a big fan of Bad Company 1. I was a big Bad Company 2 person. Bad Company 1, I was like, it's fine. I played it after I played 2 though, so that's probably where my issue comes from. That's right. Now this I actually bought, Telltale The Walking Dead for the PS3. I bought it because I have a video idea that I won't share right now, but it's sort of in the same sort of vein as like the Unobtainable Platinums video I did. So not me actually getting platinum trophies, but it's in that sort of like discussing platinums vein. And I decided to pick this up on the PS3 because originally I thought this was going to be one of the few games you could do said thing with. I think that video will be before the end of the year, so I won't spoil that. But yeah, I picked this up. I love Telltale's The Walking Dead. I'm a big Walking Dead fan, so I was just like, you know what, pick it up on the PS3. I think I also got I got it on PS4. It was on sale. So yeah, we got some multiple platinums we can snag at some point as well, which is always nice. Now this is always the issue. It's always the scary part when you hear that rattle with a bit of a loose case. Yeah, I think the rest are all on PS4 for Call of Duty, and we've got Infinite Warfare, and a very underrated one in my opinion. I think people were just a bit over the jetpacks at this stage, but I loved Infinite Warfare a lot. I think it's the highest prestige I've ever gotten. I was close to Master Prestige, if not Master, which I don't do, even as big a Call of Duty fan as I am. But I mainly got this, one, because I want to get the Call of Duty platinums, but two, I am really close to getting this platinum in particular already with how much I played it back at release. So I had to get that one. Now this one's a thickie. And this one's going to be confusing, but it's also in the same vein as that video. Oh, it's got the map in it still. Oh, oh. We got Skyrim on the PS3, and yep, it's got the map in it and all that good stuff. Like Skyrim's just nostalgic bliss, but it's one of those games I'm very scared to replay because I played it so much back on the 360 and PS3 that I'm like, am I going to enjoy this? But this is to do with that video I was talking about with The Walking Dead. So I figured I'd pick it up on the PS3 because maybe I want to torture myself and get the platinum on PS3 instead, but I doubt it. But you know, it's just cool to have, and it wasn't that much money. So this one I think was a bit of a dodge one. Oh no. No, it wasn't. There was one I remember opening because I obviously opened the seals to make sure all my games have arrived. And there was one that was dodge as all. But regardless, Borderlands 2 we got on PS3 as well. I had the pre-sequel and the original, so I figured this was again another cheap game. Yeah, I figured why not complete the Borderlands collection on my PS3, even though I'll probably platinum the game on PS4 like I'm doing currently on stream. If you haven't checked me out over on Twitch at Mayor Hairbear, we've been smashing the Borderlands 100%, and we'll eventually get to Borderlands 2 after a little bit of a break because I don't want to get too Borderlands out. Also, sort of to do with the Skyrim and Walking Dead video, it's an interesting idea. I don't know how we'll actually play out scripting it, but I know. I bought the games in case I talk about stuff. But yeah, Borderlands 2, phenomenal game. Pre-sequel's still my favorite just because it's Aussie. It's literally Aussie Borderlands. Now this one was so the Call of Duty, like wanting to buy all the Call of Duties was really because Sedge, if you don't know Sedge, he's an absolute legend, but he was just talking about it on my stream or I was in his stream. I can't really remember where it originated. He wanted to platinum the Call of Duty games. Like, I think I was talking about it and he was like, yeah, I want to do the same. And he started with Vanguard and then he moved on to pretty quickly World War II, which another one I've already made all the progress towards, and I've done a lot of it. So this is one I was like, let's also smash this out. And I've done the tedious stuff, which is always nice. I haven't done the zombies DLC and all that, but Call of Duty World War II wasn't my favorite back at release, but got it back in the collection, which is always nice, especially if we're completing collections. Running low on the single case, the single games. There we go. Another Call of Duty. This one really might be one of my least favorites. I think that is very controversial because of what type of era it released in, but the original Modern Warfare, I was not a big fan of this game at release. Even though, you know, Call of Duty had a lot of time in 2020 to play, I liked the campaign a lot, and I didn't hate the multiplayer, but I didn't sink nowhere near enough time into this. But I figured, you know what, I know this is an easy plat, and I've got an idea for the Modern Warfare games. So that's why I picked that one up. All right, I grabbed the last two so I don't have to keep reaching down there. Last two single ones. God, I went crazy. I didn't realize how much I had actually purchased until it all started arriving at my door. Yeah, I don't really remember much about this game, but I remember playing it, and I remember it being interesting. And that is Fairy Tail Fights. This one, again, I didn't pay attention to the description. This is where you need to pay attention, but there's a cut in the case there, which is a little annoying, but it did say it in the description. I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, this is like a beat 'em up if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, and it's just like fairy tale madness. And I remember, you know, it's one of those games just weird. It's one of those weird games I like to have in the collection every now and again, like Shadows of the Damned and stuff like that. But again, platinum didn't seem, most of these, the platinum seemed achievable. That's why I bought them. And yeah, Fairy Tail Fights, who's platinuming that game? I think that's where I sit on it. And last single package, again related to the video. This might give it away, but we got Skyrim VR. I cannot imagine playing Skyrim completely in the PSVR because that's just too much, right? Can we all agree that's too much? Like, you have to do the exact same platinum requirements you do in the base game on VR. Like, that's too much VR for me. But, you know, again, for the video, and I think it's an interesting little pickup. Just like, yeah, we've got a VR game. I have the PSVR. Like, possible we could do something with it, but I don't really know if I want to platinum Skyrim VR. Okay, now we've got the double packs, and then I'll save. I think I have 2 packages where we have 5 games in each. Alrighty, yep. This was sort of for another idea I had. Well, one of these games at the very least. Not this one, but I am such a huge fan, and apparently it's still possible, but I'll probably have to get a decent boosting partner if I had to guess. But Tekken 6, if you know me, I love Tekken. I've platinumed Tekken 7 as a part of my 30-day platinum challenge. I cannot wait for Tekken 8, and they had the PSP version of this released on PS Plus Premium and no trophy list, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this. I want to play the PS3 version that I remember playing, not the PSP version. And this is for an idea I had for like platinuming like the worst rated games. Terminator Salvation. There's a lot worse games I had in mind. I've already got Golem. You know, that's it. That's locked and loaded. Walking Dead Destiny as well, probably up there, and stuff like that. But I've heard that one's a shocking one, and yeah, pretty painful. This might be a single game as well. It's just in a really big package. It is. That's all right. Yeah. Again, if you know me, yeah, this shouldn't surprise you that I really enjoyed this back in the day. But Lord of the Rings: War in the North, a 3-player co-op game. Loose disc. But yeah, loved this game back in the day. Absolutely adored it. And I have G&T Puppy. If you've been to any of the streams or in the Discord, you know Puppy. He said he wanted to platinum this one as well. So I figured, you know, I'll buy it. If he wants to do it, let's go. I've got it ready. You know, I can't get enough. I say I can't get enough. I've got 1 Lord of the Rings platinum, and it's Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. So I definitely need some more. I'm very close to another one, but I'll save that for the video. This was the one they rocked up in dodge condition, like really dodge. I was like, you know, I felt like leaving a pretty rough review, but you know, at the end of the day, the game's worked, and I cleaned them up. So, but we got Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, and Advanced Warfare. Now, I really enjoyed Advanced Warfare. I didn't love Black Ops 4. I enjoyed it enough though, but yeah. Black Ops 4 seems like a big pain in the ass to platinum, if I'm honest. But Advanced Warfare seems a lot more doable. And you know, the games I didn't buy outside of like Modern Warfare 2 and Vanguard, and obviously now Modern Warfare 3, which doesn't have a platinum unless you have PS4, but I decided to just complete the collection I had. I'm someone, if I have it digitally and it's not like dirt cheap, I'm not going to pick it up again. Okay, now we've got the big packs, and one of these, I think it's this one. No, it's not. This was the more recent little pack I brought. I ended up picking up. This was a lot cheaper than the other one. The other one was some of the more expensive games I purchased out of this whole thing. Okay, there was 4 in here. I think there's 5 in the next one. But yeah, we've got a nice little stack here. All PS3, because I really enjoy. I've been wanting to add to my PS3 collection for a long time now, and especially games that I know I can platinum. The most I can, you know, I don't believe any of the games I've bought you cannot platinum as of this video. Now that can change very quickly, but at the end of the day, I just like collecting games, and a lot of these are from like my teens, so there's a lot of nostalgic value there. But first up, Soul Calibur 5. I'm a big fighting fan in general. Yeah, so we've covered Mortal Kombat, we've covered Tekken on the channel. Soul Calibur I think needs to be soon, as well as stuff like Guilty Gear I really enjoy, and Marvel vs. Capcom wouldn't be bad. Street Fighter I would like to try and get into finally, but Soul Calibur 5 I did really enjoy. I played a lot of 4 back in the day. I don't actually remember too much of 5. I actually have never played 6 either, so shows how much of a fan I am of that. But got Ezio, and Soul Calibur cases just look sick. Next up, we've platinumed this game on the channel. It was actually the first game of the Wheel series, and that is Sleeping Dogs. I picked it up for the PS3 just in case I felt like platinuming it again, because I really enjoyed it and it's not too hard, and this case is sick. So I was like, why not? Another cheap one there. This one, I'm not a massive fan of this game. I do have to be honest there and like clear. I'm not a big fan of this game, but I am a big fan of this series, and if I ever platinum like the series, I have to do this one. So Dragon Age 2. Went a bit more Mass Effect than I was anticipating, very small compared to Origins, which is one of my favorite games, Dragon Age Origins. I really enjoyed Inquisition, and I'm excited, hopefully 4, whenever that comes out, is good, but wasn't a massive fan of this, but it is cool to, you know, I've got Origins, it's kind of been lonely, so finally had 2. Again, these were all really quite cheap. I tell you what I love, a good manual, like a thick one. Look at that. You don't get that anymore. And last one in this little bundle. Don't know how many people are going to recognize this game, but if you know, you know. It's a bit clunky. There's a bit of charm to this one. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. That is Alpha Protocol, the espionage RPG. Bit like a James Bond sort of game, I guess. It's made by Obsidian, who developed Fallout New Vegas, which is why I picked the game up originally back in the day. And I really enjoyed this. I don't know what it was about this game. It felt a bit Mass Effect-ish, a bit Deus Ex, stuff like that, but like in its own little world. I believe this is possible to platinum, which I think would be I would love to do, I'll be honest. But yeah, had to pick this up, and again, cheap. Now this last bundle, we've got a stack here, which I might try and bring over. But yeah, this next stack is where not a lot of the money came from, but there's 2 big purchases I made. I don't know. I'll show you. Now, if you've been on stream, you know what's going to be in this package, because I did show some people on the live stream just for the heck of it. We'll go through the 3 of the cheaper games I bought in this bundle. Far Cry 2, still to this day my favorite Far Cry, just basically in terms of immersion alone. And look at that, we get the map and everything. Like, I got spoiled on this one, but yeah, Far Cry 2 was one of those games. I remember playing this game and finishing it for the first time so vividly. It was on Christmas Eve. I was trying to kill the day, and I just played it for the whole day, and finally beat it, and I was just blown away. And yeah, still nostalgia-wise my favorite. I haven't played it in a long time, and even though the platinum is terrible on this, it is still possible. So never know. These 2 I actually already owned. They're already in my PS3 collection. I have the Game of the Year editions, but I don't love how the cases look on those. I prefer the original cases, and again, when these games are cheap, I figured why not. We got Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I just think you cannot top these original artworks. Some of my favorite games of all time, games I definitely love to platinum in the future. I thought about doing it on stream, but the PS3 and streaming, it's not the best match, especially Bethesda games, because if it crashes, then I have to reset the whole thing, and it's a whole mess. But I would like to platinum them at some stage, and being Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games of all time, and Fallout 3 is why I played New Vegas. I would love to get these at some point, but yeah, had to pick these up just for the cases alone. These cases are where the nostalgia is at. And then we've got 2 HD collections. Now these are HD collections I've wanted for a long time, but the price was never right for me. They were usually, I was seeing around 100 Australian, if not more. The first one I definitely saw sell for like $200. It has gone down since the new collection, but I still think, again, I'm not buying these for the value to someone else. I'm buying them for me. And I've always wanted to try these games. And again, it was for that video with Skyrim and stuff. So we got the Metal Gear Solid HD edition with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. I've never played any of the Metal Gears outside of 5, and I've definitely I played one on the PSP. I can't remember which one, but I just saw I've wanted the excuse, I guess. And even though it is on the PS5 now, I was just like, you know what? I like the HD collections on the PS3. I've got Sly Cooper, I've got God of War, I've got Ratchet and Clank. Now I've got Prince of Persia, I've got Metal Gear Solid, and I've got Silent Hill as well. Silent Hill, another one I've never played. The only ones I've played are Homecoming and Downpour. So that's where I'm at. Didn't grow up with them. I'm not great with horror, but these ones have been like Silent Hill 2 in particular has been suggested for me to try and platinum. I've heard it's brutal. 3 I know is a bit more achievable, which is in this collection. I know these aren't the best ways to actually play the games. From what I hear, there's a bit of like, you know, they're not the best made, but I'll take them. And again, I'm a sucker for a good HD collection. And this one was a lot cheaper than it usually is as well. A game I've wanted for a long time, finally got it, and just like that, ooh, ooh, there's one at the bottom that's kind of wonky, but you know, decent stack there. Yeah, that's I haven't had a haul like this in a while. The old game collection haul, mainly because in Australia we don't really have a lot of retro game shops. It's just eBay. You never see any of these games in the wild unless you go to maybe like the pawn shops and stuff like that. It's just you don't see them. And as someone who's let my PS3 collection slack for a long time, I'm really excited to platinum some of these games. Especially, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these happen sooner rather than later. We've got all the Call of Duties now, Battlefield's all there, the ones that I didn't already own, Fallout, we got a bunch of stuff. And yeah, most of these were for videos. Some of them were for nostalgia purposes, just being a good deal. But that's it. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure if you did enjoy to leave it a like. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future, because I do enjoy collecting games. It's just, I mean, we probably don't have the space for these, but that's never stopped me before. But yeah, let me know your favorite of the recent purchases. Subscribe if you're new. We've got regular content next time. I promise you'll enjoy that platinum video. But yeah, until then, I'll be streaming live on Twitch at some point during the week, I'm sure. And yeah, I'll see you guys around.